Okay, now for this, I'm throwing a massive curveball because something I didn't talk about was when I talked about, well, I didn't actually talk about the types um, of packaging. So, and purposely done. So packaging, I mean, while I talked about the weight of a bottle, I didn't talk about bottles in general being where you get quality wine. They actually did studies, and whilst it doesn't sell well, the best wine, best quality, consistent wine, because it's no oxygen gets to it. There's no light that gets to it. It's actually cask wine. Yes. While I wouldn't suggest you go out and buy the country cask or what have you, this cask wine I will highly recommend you go out and get it, which is the Dicey 2litre Pinot Noir, and it's 2023. This was stunning, and whilst my experience of 2023 Pinot so far has been super ripe, been too ripe for my liking, this one wasn't. This one has a little bit of refinement, a little bit of elegance. I mean, you're paying $80 for a 2litre, so it's not cheap, but when you compare it to the equivalent 750ml bottle, it's around that late 20s to 30 mark, which for its quality is ridiculous. You don't get an Otago Pinot of this quality for that price. So, yeah, this to me, hands down, wins on quality. While if it's the last thing you would look at for a quality wine, trust me, the wine is of outstanding quality. So, yeah, as far as tasting notes go, colour, garnet red, perfect colouring for Pinot. The nose, cherries, strawberries, bit of spice, a little bit of a woody character on the nose, which is, that's fine. It shows a little bit of oak. On the palate was all about fresh berries. There was a bit of soft tannin, there was lovely cocoa, some savoury spice in there too. So you get a little bit of complexity. The acid was nice and soft and balanced, and the finish was super long. So, everything was harmonious, but there was layers of flavour there. It wasn't just one-dimensional flavour, which, especially in Central Otago Pinot around the same price point, a lot of it is bland, one-dimensional flavour. You don't get layers and character and just character. The wines lack character where this doesn't. So instead of buying a 750ml bottle that you need to drink within sort of 3 or 4 days to really appreciate it at its best, you can buy this. Sure, initial outlay is more, but you can drink it over a month. You don't have to drink it right then and there. You're getting, a standard glass? You're getting, I think what did I work it out to be? You're getting, so it's, for a standard glass of wine is 150ml, so you're getting 5 per bottle, so 2 and 2/3. You're getting about 14 or something like that, 13 and a half glasses. So you're doing really well out of a bottle. So yeah, if you owe somebody who, you're in a household and you're the only one that drinks red, it's perfect. You have it in your cupboard, you pour yourself a glass, you drink it. A month later, you're going to go back to that and it's going to be the same exact quality, taste the same as it did the first day. So if that's not quality, I don't know what is. As far as food goes, anything you're going to pair a really good Central Pinot with, you can pair with this. So think lamb, think salmon, tuna, mushrooms, whatever you like to drink with your Pinot, there's no problems there. And so you can have this in your cupboard. And when, you just want a midweek drink with your dinner, there you go, you're having your steak, you're having sausages, fine, go with this. As far as the score goes, I would give this, I'm weighing it up, just trying to think of my source. So it's 94 out of 100 and 19.5 out of 20. really, really high quality wine for what you're paying for it. So I highly recommend it. Go and find it. Basically do it as soon as you see this because, yeah, it's well worth it. Yeah, so that's a surprising curveball to end episode about quality. That's because you can't judge it. That whole saying, you can't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, thank you as always for supporting the podcast and checking it out. And as always, Santé and God bless.